My Hero Academia chapter 275. What a chapter. Death Flags with Aizawa Sensei, possibly even Bakugou as well in this chapter. You know, you're seeing like the way that this chapter starts with, you get that nice sweet like title page basically where Aizawa Sensei and the cat. And obviously the cat is kind of linking back to Shirakumo, and when they were kids and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of sad, you know. Even literally Aizawa himself says the reason I'm alive is for stopping you. So I'm just like, man, it's actually crazy. So let's jump straight into this chapter. So I really want to talk about I want to talk about Aizawa Sensei for a sec because him as a character, he's very popular not only for us fans, but regards to like the villains. Like every villain, well, most of like the big villains and the big arcs have basically wanted Aizawa Sensei. We find out a couple of chapters back when President Mike is like running away with the doctor. The doctor was just like, I really wanted to take Aizawa Sensei that day instead of Shirakumo. So, you know, back then when Shirakumo was like killed and all that kind of stuff, and then they made Shirakumo into Kurogiri, he wasn't the original target. The original target was actually Aizawa Sensei. And that's not the first person to say that. Overhaul said something as well. When they caught Aizawa Sensei, what's his name? I can't remember his name, but I think it was like Overhaul's right hand man, the guy with the clock quirk, in the sense that like anything that his hair basically stabs through, he slows it down basically, like your movement's slow. So he takes away, like, he kind of takes Aizawa Sensei and he's just like, yeah, the boss is, you know, we've really been intrigued in you because it's his quirk. The whole fact that Aizawa Sensei's quirk can basically disable yours, and obviously Overhaul and then they were like, with Eri, they wanted to like basically remove quirks. Obviously, like for like research purposes, Aizawa Sensei was important. And Overhaul just wanted Aizawa Sensei's quirk, I'm not gonna lie, the doctor wanted it as well. Aizawa Sensei has just been not an important person, but an interesting one to these guys as well, like a sought out person. So yeah, now like the fact that Aizawa Sensei just like, my reason for living right now is to take you down, because obviously like Crust Hero as well got taken out, and that was because he literally saved Aizawa Sensei. So yeah, it's kind of sad, and I'm just thinking, okay, cool, is this gonna be like a not a reunion, but it's just gonna be a rematch. That's the word. A rematch with Aizawa Sensei versus Shigaraki. Because remember in the USJ arc, right at the beginning, like the first time Shigaraki first gets introduced, he fights Aizawa Sensei. And that probably went better than how it was gonna go now. Because like, just think about it, what can Eraserhead do against someone like that? Eraserhead in his quirk and who he is as a character, he's close combat. That's who he is. That's why he kind of took on Shinzo, because like Shinzo's quirk was obviously like to control people. By the way, Shinzo would be pretty sick right now. I feel like the reason why Horikoshi doesn't really use Shinzo that much is because like if he's used, that really changes the tide immensely. He can just be like Shigaraki, like, surrender yourself, or like, yeah, kill yourself right now kind of thing. Shinzo can literally do that. But yeah, so that's why even Shinzo kind of came into like be his mentee, because Aizawa Sensei was just like, okay, cool, we're gonna train you up physical combat kind of style. That's why even Shinzo has like the not the ropes, but you know, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, do I think Eraserhead's gonna die? I mean, I think it's likely either him dying or him losing his quirk. I really want to see I hope, not I hope, but I really feel like we're gonna see Shigaraki take someone's quirk. You know, when we see that picture that Ulfwan would do, like he puts his hand on your head and he's just like taking the quirk and you're like, ah. So I think maybe we'll see something like that. I'm not really sure how that works, but with the whole decay thing, but you know, now we know Shigaraki can control the decay. So other than him, Bakugou and Deku, now what's really interesting with this chapter is obviously like, you know, their relationship, their dynamic this chapter. This chapter is where, you know, Bakugou's the one actually chasing after Deku, like Deku's the one in front. And what Bakugou says kind of addresses this little thing which we need to talk about, and that's the reason that, you know, Bakugou's extremely strong. Don't get me wrong. The guy, like, in the future, he's easily going to be top 3, top 5, whatever. He's going to be at the top. Like, a lot of people think he's probably going to be number 2. It's looking likely. However, Bakugo as a character has always wanted to surpass Deku and, you know, be like, I'm stronger than you. And now the fact that Deku has one for all is looking very less likely that Bakugo can keep this pace in front of him. It's now, the tides have actually turned, you know, the tables have turned. Because we find in this chapter that, like, I don't know if Bakugo's basically Bakugo, like, he's gritting his teeth, like he's giving everything he's got to still be catching up with Deku, like to still be his equal basically with Deku at 30%. And we find out in this chapter that Deku's not actually controlling 45% all the time. It's just like, let's say he's coming in to punch you. Deku's jumping in. At the moment of impact, he increases his threshold to 45%. So he's not always 45% full counting. That'd be crazy. Nah, he's 30% full counting, which is a pretty big what was the last percentage he was on? I feel like it was 20 or like 22 or something. Because I remember when Bakugo and Deku fought, that was 8% full counting. Then when Deku was fighting against Overhaul, it was like 20%, and Deku was just like, my bones are like, they're in so much pain, but I can move, and I'm like, okay, that's good. So like then he was on 20%. So like we got another 10% increase. Which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So if he's 30% all the time on full cowling and then coming into 45%, that is a pretty substantial increase. Pretty substantial strength upgrade. And obviously Bakugo, like, come on, it's just a waiting game now. Like the moment when Deku reaches like 45% normal full cowling or like even 60-70%, I don't think Bakugo's going to be able to keep up to them. Like, we have to give props. Bakugo's basically like Endeavor right now. In the sense, like, Endeavor was giving everything he got to kind of reach All Might. Obviously, Bakugo's not doing the same thing at that level, but it's going to look like that's probably what is going to happen. And the sense of, like, in this chapter, we're seeing Bakugo, like, give everything, being like, I'm not going to lose. Kind of like, bro, it's looking like you are going to. Or is that like a hint of, like, how Bakugo's gonna give everything to like save Deku? You know, we've got this kind of theme of when the one for all, no, all for one, no, one for all. When the one for all user kind of fights all for one, and I think it started with All Might. I'm not really sure. Well, we kind of seem like basically All Might's been the best person to ever do it. Like All Might's been the only one to kind of semi-defeat All for One. But when all for One took out Shimura and Nana, Gran Torino came and saved All Might. And now Gran Torino is doing the same thing. Now, I don't know if that's going to imply that we're not going to see a Shigaraki vs Deku fight. Because, yeah, it's right. Even Gran Torino is just like, you're not at that level yet. And it's true, they are totally not at that level. So, I know a lot of us, me personally, people want us to do like what happened with All Might, in the sense All Might kind of ran to America. Because people, like, a lot of us I personally think the heroes are losing right now. Well, not even right now are losing, but they're going to lose, you know? Well, it's not looking good right now, but yeah, a lot of us think, you know, Hero Society are going to lose because there was a panel, some chapter at the start of this arc where Deku said, on this day, the heroes disappeared. Now, when I first read that, I was just like, I didn't think it meant, like, forever or like for a certain period of time. I just thought it meant like, okay, cool, for at 8:05 a.m. that whole hour the heroes disappeared. That's how I took it. But now a lot of people are saying like this is like the beginning of the end to like Hero Society, and it's looking like that. Shigaraki's decaying everything, even symbolically as well. Like with all the like some of the top heroes are being taken out. Crust, not Miracle, obviously she's still alive, but some of these people are either getting taken out, like killed, or being taken out of commission. So like I don't see Miracle being like number 5 any longer. She's probably going to retire in my opinion because the injuries are just quite mad. But yeah, other than that, what else did I want to say? Yeah, so there is a thought going around right now that maybe Bakugo may like die at the hands of Shigaraki. We find out in this chapter, obviously, Bakugo's still holding that pain from, you know, the guilt of him getting kidnapped and that kind of, you know, starting the whole demise of All Might's career, basically, him as a hero. So Bakugo's still asking for payback. And I guess it's just... yeah, are we going to really see a Bakugo and Deku team up versus Shigaraki? Because that would be pretty awesome, but we have to be realistic as well. Shigaraki is a tank right now. I just don't see them competing. I really don't. Other than that, there's another thing that I want to talk about. We see a weird thing happen at the start of this chapter, and it's like, you know, Shigaraki's doing his Hulk jump, nothing new. Also, pretty cool that Shigaraki uses the whole, what is it, like the air cannon and the radio waves to send out like a massive EMP, basically. That was pretty sick. To send out like a pulse, electromagnetic pulse. That was pretty cool. But yeah, so Shigaraki does like massive Hulk jumps, and he just doesn't stick the landing. Now, at first I thought, what the hell's going on? Now it's looking likely it's got something to do with his 75%. Because, you know, there has to be a drawback of him. He didn't come out ready. Like, Shigaraki did not come out of the tank 100% updated. Like, so... And we have to see some kind of drawbacks. We have to see some kind of, you know, downsides to not coming out fully ready. Imagine, like, you open your... Like, let's say you're updating your phone. Like a massive software, like a firmware update. And it's like 75% done, and you're like, you know what, yeah, I'm going to, that's good for me. Let me just turn on. Obviously, you can't do that. But imagine what that would do, because like, what, in a sense, well, okay, let's talk about it in software. If you're updating your software, you're changing a lot of things. Let's say it's like a big update, like not just a facelift, like a UI kind of lift. Let's say it's like, we're changing the kernel. And yeah, okay, not everyone knows all the software kind of terms, but yeah, let's say we're just changing like the foundations of the software, what it's built upon, and you just, I don't know, you just like boot it up at 75%. That's gonna start a lot of problems. A lot of things aren't gonna be configured properly. Maybe some of the apps may not be even properly, like, not necessarily reinstalled, but yeah, reconfigured is probably the right word. That's basically Shigaraki right now, or that should be Shigaraki right now, because he's not 100%. Like, this is not him at 100%. It shouldn't be. He came out forcefully, so he wasn't at 100%. Now, is it the thing? Is it going to be a thing where he can't use all the quirks, or like he's not going to be able to control them properly? I think it's possibly he's not going to be able to control them properly, or maybe actually like his inner psyche or like his mental state is just like basically crumbling. Because I remember someone, I think it was the doctor even, he was saying how like the whole quirk singularity theory is like our hardware, which is our bodies, are soon going to stop catching up with the software. And that's the sense of like our bodies aren't going to be able to take these massive quirks, because every generation the quirks keep updating. Like, it keeps getting stronger and stronger, and that's the whole thing that you see every time like a new kid gets born, basically. Like it has its parents' quirks, but it mutates and it gets stronger. It's basically Todoroki. Like, yeah. And that's what the doctor said, like, the software that is the quirks keeps updating, and the hardware, it's not going to become compatible soon enough. Like, it's not going to be able to hold it. So I feel like we're going to see something like that with Shigaraki. Because think, like, how many quirks were you pushing into the man? And you're pushing an awful one as well. So, and he only came out 75% ready. So I feel like this is probably going to make it seem a bit, not easier, but a bit better for the heroes to kind of combat him. But yeah, you know, we'll just see in the next couple of chapters. But guys, I don't think it's looking good for Eraserhead, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's looking good for the heroes, to be honest. Now, people are asking, what happened to Ryuki? Did Ryuki get decayed? No, I don't think so, because when like Shigaraki touches him, Eraserhead was looking at her, so I think she's okay. But yeah, guys, that's enough for me. Please tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Yeah, we saw just before I end it, we see like a massive wide page, and you see like Deku and Bakugou kind of decay. First of all, that is awesome. Second of all, some people were kind of confused by that. That's not them literally decaying. It's more so like you know, like let's say you walk in the road and a car's coming, and then like, not like your life flashes before your eyes, but you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get hit, and you kind of like, you have like a mental image of you getting hit, stuff like that. That's basically what was happening. Basically that Deku and Bakugou were seeing them get killed, seeing themselves getting killed. But yeah, anyway guys, that's enough for me. Please send me thoughts in the comments below. If you liked what I say, please drop a like, though. It will be greatly appreciated. Subscribe for weekly reviews, My Hero Academia. Click the bell icon to be notified when a new video drops as well. And I'll see you, not next week, unfortunately, we've got 2 weeks, so that's gonna suck. But yeah guys, that's enough for me. Peace out, goodbye.